Welcome to a deep dive that's probably going to challenge everything you thought you knew about growing on, well, one of the biggest platforms out there. For so long, right, we've been told, chase the algorithm hacks, chase the viral trends. But what if the real secrets, the actual secrets, have been hiding in plain sight? Like directly from the person who, literally runs the platform. Today, we're unpacking insights from a whole bunch of interviews with YouTube CEO Neil Mohan. And look, this isn't just another list of tips. This is straight from the source. And honestly, it completely contradicts a lot of the stuff you hear out there. Our mission today is basically to give you a shortcut, to understanding what the CEO actually says works on YouTube, but what doesn't, and maybe, just maybe, why your current strategy might be sabotaging your growth. Okay, let's unpack this first big one. For years, like the biggest lie in the YouTube space, the one everyone seems obsessed with, is that you need to hack this mysterious black box, right? The YouTube algorithm. But Neil Mohan, he offers a surprisingly different take here. What's his core argument?
Yeah, it's fascinating how he frames it. He explains that the recommendations you see, they're really just a reflection of your interests as a viewer. So when those recommendations change, it's not some like random algorithm shift. It's because your interests, as a viewer, they keep evolving. It directly reflects your personalized watch history.
Right. So the algorithm isn't this like mystical force you're fighting against. It's more a reflection of, well, human behavior, our behavior,
Yeah.
which means you should be working with it really by truly understanding and serving what your audience wants. That sounds almost simpler, but way more profound, doesn't it?
Exactly. It shifts the focus completely.
Okay, so if it's not really about hacking the algorithm, then what is the secret, to being a successful creator on YouTube? When Neil Mohan was asked this directly, his answer wasn't about thumbnails or titles or like posting schedules, which honestly kind of shocked me at first.
Yeah, he said the most salient thing, his words, is to be true to yourself. Now, look, that might sound a bit cliche, I get it, but he explained why it works. He said, and I'm quoting here, it's all the other people that are on the other side of that glass when they're watching your video. If you're a creator that can tell instantaneously whether that is actually truly your authentic self, or if you're trying to basically put yourself in another person's shoes.
Wow, that instantaneously, apart from him,
Yeah.
that really hits home, doesn't it? It kind of redefines optimization. It's not about gaming a system. It's about connecting authentically, like with real people.
Yeah.
Because your audience, they can sense when you're not being real.
Yeah.
And they'll click away faster than you can say, hey, smash that subscribe button.
Exactly. Authenticity seems to be the real optimization strategy, according to the CEO.
Okay, so let's talk about YouTube's role in all this. Many creators, maybe you listening feel this way, feel like YouTube controls their success, like there's some kind of puppet master deciding who wins and who loses. But if we connect this back to what Neil's saying, he has a totally different view of YouTube's role, right?
Oh, absolutely. He uses this great analogy. He says most people at YouTube are, software engineers, technologists, and their job is to build the stage, to build the theater. They don't tell you when to post or what to say. You, the creator, exercise creative control.
That's such a powerful mental shift, I think. It means you actually have way more control than you might think you do. YouTube isn't working against you. They're basically building the infrastructure, the stage for you to succeed on. And this insight suggests that, chasing those fleeting viral strategies, it often misses the bigger point because the platform wants you to succeed. Your success is literally their success.
Right. It's a symbiotic relationship, really.
Okay, here's something that might just reframe your whole perspective on being a creator. When Neil Mohan talks about successful creators, he doesn't just call them creators. What's the term he uses? What does that imply?
He calls them true entrepreneurs, people who build amazing businesses.
Mm,
And that is a fundamental shift in how you should probably think about your channel. You're not just, making videos. You're actually building a business.
a real business.
Yeah.
And he clarified YouTube's actual mission for creators. Two parts, really. First, help them build an audience. He described YouTube as the world's most efficient connector of a creative person with their audience, which is a big claim.
It is.
And second, ultimately, it's about finding a way for these creators to earn a sustainable living on our platform. So notice the order. Audience first, then monetization, not the other way around.
Exactly. It's a long-term play, building that foundation.
Okay, so if authenticity and building a business matter more than algorithm hacks, what should you actually be focusing on? Like day to day, what specific kind of content does Neil advocate for?
He puts it pretty clearly. It's about producing content that's going to be the most engaging and most relevant for your audience. Hi. Notice he didn't say content that just performs well or gets the most views overall, but content that resonates deeply with your specific people. He even said, if you were running a channel, he'd focus on connecting with your audience, doing what you really find to be the most fulfilling way to do that. And he emphasized that depth of audience, like really establishing that home base is the basis of where all the opportunities come from.
Yeah.
He literally said depth over width.
Depth over width. Wow, that goes directly against so much of the conventional YouTube advice, doesn't it? Which is often about broad appeal, chase the trends, get wide reach.
Totally counterintuitive to that.
Yeah. And think about examples like that I Fought Him video from Colin and Samir, maybe, or Emma Chamberlain's You Totally Caught Me Making Soup. Those titles, those thumbnails,
Yeah.
they're not really algorithmic clickbait, are they?
No, not in the traditional sense.
They feel like they're for a core community, for people who get them. And they get massive views precisely because of that deep audience connection, not despite it.
That seems to be exactly his point. Build that loyal base first.
Okay, so while loads of people are still chasing those same kind of tired go viral strategies,
Yeah.
Neil Mohan actually pointed out this massive opportunity that's just hiding in plain sight. What did he reveal about the true scale of YouTube right now?
Well, the scale is just staggering. He mentioned 500 hours of content uploaded every single minute. 500 hours every minute.
Insane.
Yeah. And his point was basically every niche interest, every learning pursuit, every musical genre, it has a place. There's room. The CEO isn't sitting there worried about oversaturation. He's actually encouraging more diversity, more voices.
That's encouraging. And speaking of unexpected opportunities, here's a really surprising insight he shared about where creators are seeing absolutely explosive growth. You ready for this?
Lay it on me.
Top creators have grown their watch time on living room screens, TVs, by something like 400% in the last year or two.
400% on TVs.
Yeah. Surpassing 1 billion hours of watch time daily on living room screens. So while tons of creators are optimizing just for mobile, the really smart creators, according to this, are optimizing for all screen types: TV, iPad, laptop, and mobile.
Wow. Okay, that completely upends the sort of mobile-first mantra you hear everywhere.
Right. You got to think bigger picture, literally bigger screens.
Definitely. And building on that whole entrepreneurial mindset we talked about, Neil offered 5 kind of key insights that really guide how creators should approach the platform as a business. You want me to run through them?
Yeah, please do. These sound important.
Okay, so number 1, platforms like YouTube, they eliminate the barriers between you and your audience or, your customer. Direct connection. 2, feedback is instantaneous. Like literally within minutes or seconds of posting a video, you know how it's landing.
That's powerful.
3, content tends to be global. Storylines, ideas, they often translate across cultures surprisingly well. 4, and this ties into what you just said, in the U.S., the majority of content is actually consumed on television screens.
The majority. Okay, that hammers it home.
Yeah. And 5, be creative and flexible about your monetization models. But, and this is the crucial part, be very rock solid in terms of the content that's true to you. Back to authenticity again.
That 4th point about TV consumption is really striking, isn't it? It just reinforces that understanding your audience's habits, like how they watch, is just as crucial as what they watch.
Absolutely.
And that instantaneous feedback idea.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a direct line to improving your craft, like in real time. No waiting for reviews.
It's an incredible advantage if you use it right.
Okay, here's something else that's huge, especially for creators maybe feeling stuck.
Yeah.
Wondering if they need to pick a lane, like,
Yeah.
should I do long form or short form or podcast? What does the YouTube CEO say about that?
Well, Neil says YouTube is truly multi-format. Simple as that. He sees creators as creative people, fundamentally. And his job, or YouTube's job, is to provide them with the tool set to connect with their audience in whatever format works best for them, for their message, for their community. So the most successful creators, they aren't limiting themselves. They're using every tool in the toolbox. Shorts, long form, streams, podcasts, community posts, you name it.
Right, so it's not an either, it's an and.
Yeah.
Use what makes sense for you and your audience.
Precisely. Don't feel boxed in by format labels.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture, I mean, the results kind of speak for themselves, don't they?
Yeah.
YouTube has paid out over $50 billion, with a B, to the creator economy in just the last 3 years.
$50 billion, that's staggering.
It really is. And that's money flowing not just to, individual creators in their bedrooms, but it's supporting entire teams, editors, managers, whole businesses built around content creation. This really isn't just a side hustle anymore, is it? It's a legitimate, multifaceted business opportunity.
Absolutely, a major economic force.
So wrapping this up, maybe the most personal piece of advice Neil Mohan shared across all these interviews, it kind of boils down to this one core idea. He said, be true to yourself. Think hard about setting your own course, about what I want, as opposed to what other people's expectations are of me. And, that isn't just about YouTube, is it? That feels like advice for building a career, maybe even a life, on your own terms.
Yeah, it's much broader than just platform strategy. It's about self-direction.
So the message seems to be, stop chasing what you think will work based on, guru advice or trends.
Yeah.
And start creating what genuinely excites you, what lights you up.
Mhm.
Because that's what resonates. The CEO just gave you the playbook, straight from the top. The real question is, are you going to use it? What's maybe one insight from this deep dive that really resonates most with you listening right now? How are you going to implement that in your next video, your next project, your next creative endeavor? Something to think about as you consider your next steps.